Hey guys, it's Darlene. Thanks so much for stopping by. Recently did a complete makeover of my front yard. It was looking a complete hot mess with rose bushes, hostas, just everything. And I was tired of looking at it. So if you want to see how it went from this to this, please stick around through the whole blood, sweat, and tears. Um, I'm pretty sure you'll love it. All right, guys, so let's get started. So in this shot, I'm removing the rose bushes I planted last year. I wanted to add some color, and once they grew out, I absolutely hated them. I also added the hostas last year, and I'm fine with those, but the rose bushes, they were just overgrown and just not looking the way I wanted my house to look. So right now we're in the process, or I'm in the process in this shot of just cleaning things up, taking out what I don't want to have, and rearranging what I do want to keep. So I had to, I guess, relocate some of these flowers and hostas just to make everything look really nice. So yeah, that's what you're watching. Okay, so the previous owners loved Black Eyed Susans. Don't get me wrong, I like them, but they were just everywhere. So in this shot, I am removing them all, at least in this area. It was a very tedious procedure, but it had to be done. And notice I actually had to put on a face mask because I was inhaling all this dirt and it was just making me sick. So I'm no professional. I'm pretty new at this, so bear with me. So what I'm doing right now is I'm currently digging out. There were some paving stones that were being used as borders, which somehow, I guess in the course of years, kind of got buried under all this dirt. So I'm removing the stones, removing everything that's around it. I'm going to lay new stones down. So at this point, I'm exhausted. It was a 90-degree day. I tried to start as early as possible. I believe I went out there at 7 o'clock in the morning. And by 8:30, 9 o'clock, the sun was blazing, and I was just exhausted looking at what I had gotten myself into, basically. And in this shot, I'm basically relocating some of these flowers, spikes. I don't know what they're called. Again, I don't do gardening. Just relocating them in this area right there just to kind of hide the stems of the bushes and make things look a little nicer. I actually ended up running out of that particular plant, so I had to go in my backyard and dig some out. I have them all over, so it wasn't an issue. This project in total cost me about $400. We're getting the new stones, the mulch, and whatever else I purchased. It cost me half the price it was gonna initially cost me having a landscaper do it. So I ended up saving a pretty nice chunk of money. Yeah, so these spike plants I'm planting, I don't even know what they're called. I guess I probably should learn, but yeah, came out really nice. Okay, so right here I am trying to pull as much of the weeds off the ground as possible. They'll probably go back, but I have to try to clean it up as much as possible. My initial idea was to try to remove the old rocks that were on the ground and replace them with new ones, but it was just so hot. I took a shortcut. I definitely took a shortcut. It was torture. Yeah, so you see the frustration right there, because this plant right here, I knew it was going to be a challenge taking it out the ground, and it definitely kicked my ass. So I tried my best to avoid it. Looked at it several times, walked away from it, came back to it. Just it was not something I enjoyed doing, but I got it done. And I'm afraid it might actually grow back because there were a lot of bulbs in the ground. So there's a lot more of that, the seeds in the ground still. So we'll see. Okay, so here I'm spraying weed killer, hoping that it will help tame the growth. We'll see in 6 months to a year. All right, so we back to this plant. Happy to see it go. Okay, so here's the ground. It looks horrible, but trust the process. My delivery of my rocks and my mulch came 2 days later, which was fine because my body was exhausted. I needed to rest. So this is me laying down the barrier, hoping that it helps with preventing weeds from growing out. It was a little thin, so that's a little bit concerning, but I'm hoping it does the job either way. Here I actually ran out of rocks, so I had to go back to Home Depot and purchase another 17 bags of rocks because I ran out. I initially purchased about 20. So yeah. All right, so here's the finished project with this area. I ended up planting some hostas that I removed from my backyard and put it out here. I left some of the black-eyed Susans because, again, I do like them. They're pretty flowers, but I just don't like too much of them. So, yeah, here's how this area looks. All right, so I'm exhausted, but I'm about to start mulching. Let's see how that goes. Okay, now mulching process, it wasn't terrible. At this point, I was tired. My arms were extremely tired. I was initially just doing this by hand, but then I grabbed a shovel to help speed things up a little bit. So I applied mulch all throughout the flower beds and on the other side of the house, and over here along the driveway. And I think it came out pretty nice. Okay, so now here's the finished look. I think it came out very nice. This section right here I absolutely love. Very simple, very clean. And yes, guys, I do notice my dead trees being removed soon. I also might power wash this area. So let me know if you'd like to see a video of me doing that. But please comment below, subscribe, and let me know what you think. Thanks for watching.